What would your life be like if you stopped caring whether or not everyone liked you? Imagine the freedom, imagine the happiness, imagine what you would actually do and the things that you could actually achieve without wondering if what you were doing was bothering other people. Welcome back to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. I'm Sanj and I'm here to guide you on this journey from simply surviving life to fully thriving in it. And today I'm tackling a topic that hits close to home for so many of us, and that's why you need to let it go and you shouldn't let it impact you when and if someone doesn't like you. And there's a quote from Dieter von Teese, and that is, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world and there's still going to be someone who hates peaches. And it's true, no matter who you are, what you want to do. Yeah, no matter who you try and please, you're always going to end up irritating or just getting on the wrong side of someone. Someone will always have something negative to say about it. And that stings because you can spend your whole life trying to please everyone. And then when they don't accept it, when they don't actually respond to it, then you can feel bad about it. But the truth is you're never going to please everyone. So the moment you give up trying and you just focus on those who are most important to you, that's when everything will change for you. So let's break down why we feel that sting of rejection, how it affects us mentally, why letting go is such a freedom, and 5 ways in which releasing the need for everyone's approval can improve the quality of your life. I mean, when I was younger, I used to be that person. I used to want to please everyone. And as silly as it sounds, one day I saw a scene from Bad Boys where Mike Lowrey turns around to Marcus Burnett and goes, "Fuck everyone who got a problem with Mike Lowrey." And that really actually hit home with me. And from that moment, I stopped caring as much about what everyone thought of me. And I just focused on what I thought of myself and what the people closest to me thought about me. So let's get into it. We dislike it so much when someone doesn't like us, and it does impact us mentally. It hurts when we find out that someone doesn't like us and we let it get under our skin. So psychology tells us that humans just have a deep primal desire to be accepted and to be liked. And this goes back to early ancestors who depended on social groups for survival. So when you're rejected back then, it meant real life threatening dangers. So you need to feel like you're accepted. You need to be accepted and part of the group. And it's wired into our brains. So when someone dislikes you, your brain's interpreting it as a threat, even though in today's age, it's nowhere near. It actually has very little impact on you. But when you actually receive that social rejection, it actually activates the same regions in your brain as physical pain. Can you imagine that? How interesting that is, that when someone dislikes you, it actually feeds your brain a kind of emotional sting, as though you've been physically hurt. So it's normal to feel the impact, but the problem is when you let that feeling dictate your mood, your actions, and then your sense of self-worth. When you start to internalize the dislike, it can actually drain your mental energy. It can lower your self-confidence, and it can actually start making you question your own worth. Around 30% of people will actually admit to letting other people's opinions negatively impact their self-esteem. Imagine that. You're letting other people dictate your life, how happy you are. But here's the thing, you don't have to live that way. You can acknowledge the discomfort without letting it control you. You can see that it's there and just leave it to be. When you let go of the need for everyone's approval, you can actually free up so much mental space. You can actually make yourself so much happier because you're no longer actually living for other people's approval. So when you actually realize that the caring of other people, what they think about you, it actually means nothing to you. And no matter how hard you try, if you try and please that person, it may be a fruitless task. You may never actually have anything other than a maybe cordial relationship with that person. You may not even have any form of relationship with that person. So if you're trying to seek their approval to try and get it, maybe you should just let it be. You need to learn to let go when someone doesn't like you. And when you learn to do that, it has such a positive impact on you. It can make you happier. Because when you actually let go of someone else getting everyone else's approval, needing it, you're setting yourself free from constant self-doubt. Because when you're actually living like that, when you're constantly being told, oh yes, being told by yourself, oh, this person doesn't like me, what can I do to make them like me? Or you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, I wonder what I've done to upset this person. You end up living your life for other people. Think of it like this. Every time you let someone's negative opinion weigh you down, you're essentially giving away some of your power, some of your confidence, and some of your inner peace. So when you actually let go of their opinion of you, you don't care what it is. As long as you know that you're doing the right thing, you're acting in a way that's in accordance with what you want to, in a way that makes you happy, in a way that actually is positive and impacts you in the best way possible. It's like you're reclaiming that power. When you stop worrying about what other people think, you're able to make the choices based on what's right for you, not what will actually appease them, or not ones that they will approve of. Your choices are then not based on what's popular or what's safe. No, it's based on the future you want to have, what you want to do, what makes you happiest. And this is something that in later life, you will actually realize if you spend too much time now trying to please people, you're going to regret it in later life. Because what you're going to do is you're going to turn around and you're going to say, I wish I lived a life truer to me. That's one of the top 5 regrets of the dying. I lived a life that was true to me. You caring what all these other people think is actually making you act in a way not in accordance with what you want to do, with how you want to live your life. And when you're actually less concerned with others' opinions, you'll actually be more satisfied in your daily life. You feel more satisfied in your daily life. Imagine what you can achieve. Imagine what that will look like. Imagine how good that will feel. That's powerful. The positive impact of letting go. It's all about creating space for what truly matters in your life. Because right now, when you're caring about what other people think, you're clogging up your mind with all these others' opinions, other people's judgment. So when you stop spending time worrying about what others think of you, you can focus more on the things that bring you joy, what fuels your passion, what makes you feel alive. As I said, imagine the possibilities. It is none of your business what anyone thinks of you. As long as you know that you're putting your best foot forward and you're behaving in a way that aligns with your values, that's how you're going to improve your life. That's how you're going to live a life that you're happy with. So here are 5 ways that letting go of here are 5 ways that letting go of what others think of you, how it can truly transform your life. The first thing is it will boost your confidence, because you stop caring what everyone thinks. You stop caring what their opinions are. You're finally able to feel confident in your own skin. No more second guessing based on what others may think. Yeah, you're going to have higher self-esteem. You're going to be more resilient to criticism, because letting go gives you that inner boost where you start believing in yourself, even when no one else does. But ironically, when you start believing in yourself more, others are going to believe in you more. If you meet someone who's got confidence in themselves, you're naturally going to have some confidence in themselves, because your mind is going to think, actually, what have they done to earn? They must have done stuff to actually build that confidence. The second thing where letting go can actually improve your life is it improves your mental health. Because imagine the amount of mental energy saved when you're not stressing about what other people are thinking of you, what they're saying about you, what their judgment is. When you're not worried about being liked, you actually feel less anxious and more at peace. How many times have you walked away from, say, a social situation where you're there like, did I do this right? I wonder what this person thinks of me. And you've just let it bug you for maybe hours, days, weeks, months. When you don't focus on external validation, you actually lower your anxiety and depression. So by letting go, you're actually prioritizing your own mental well-being over the opinions of others. You're choosing yourself first. The next thing is it encourages you to be authentic. Because when you let go of what others think of you, it allows you to live authentically. You're not trying to impress or appease anyone. You can show up as who you are, doing what you want to do. Here's the kicker. Authentic people actually form stronger and more meaningful relationships because they're genuine. You can tell when someone's not being real with you. You can tell when they're putting on a persona, when they're faking it. So you're not only improving your relationships, but you're actually improving the relationships with external people, so those around you, as well as yourself. The fourth thing is it frees up time and energy for you to focus on things that are going to get you to where you want to be. When you stop trying to please people, you gain back so much time and mental space that you were using up worrying about what other people's opinions were. You can redirect that energy, that mental space towards your goal. You can spend more time working on what matters to you. So when you focus on your own goals rather than seeking approval, you actually tend to be more productive and you're more likely to reach your goals faster because you've got that free mental space. And finally, you will actually increase your happiness and satisfaction because letting go of other people's opinions boosts your overall happiness. When you're less focused on other people, external approval, and you're more focused on self-approval, you're going to have more satisfaction with your life because you're no longer living for others. You're living for yourself. You're able to make decisions based on your values, based on your passions, and based on your purpose. So by letting go, you're not just avoiding negativity. You're choosing a life filled with confidence, with peace, and authenticity and joy. Yeah, not everyone is going to like you, and that's all right. In fact, that's life. As the quote said, you can be the juiciest, ripest peach in the world, but there'll be someone who doesn't like peaches. And that's fine. That's their business, not yours. So imagine the freedom of living your life without letting every single opinion sway you. What does that life look like? Picture yourself making choices, setting goals, walking through life based on your own values, not what others expect or think of you. What would you change in your life if you stopped worrying about who likes you and started focusing on liking yourself more? Thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend or a loved one who may need just a little bit of a reminder that they are enough, just as they are. And don't forget to subscribe for more episodes to help you thrive. So until next time, keep mastering your mindset, because when you master your mindset, you master your life.